some of the things that God spoke to me, and He actually kind of helped guide me through about a decade ago. So this started about a decade ago, and includes some things that I've learned along the journey since. It's a message I call the Triathlon God. About, when was it? I say winter. It was coming into summertime. It was late October, coming into November in 2012. My brain is still northern hemisphere wired, so always thinks that that's winter. Mm-hmm. I still can't get around the fact that Christmas here is during the hottest time of the year. It just doesn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I was sitting there and I was just praying, and I tend to do this around October time of year. I start praying into what the next year brings. Now, that, for those of you that are aware, that's around the time that the Hebrew New Year time is starting. So it's always a time that I spend kind of praying into, okay, God, what's coming next? What are we moving into next? What's coming up for the next year? And God turned around and He said, I want you to do the Ironman event in 2013. Now, just to set the scene, I was a little bit less active then than I am now. I was about 108 kilos. If I was running, it was for the bus. There wasn't much going on activity-wise in my life at that point in time. And as I'm sure most of you have done at some point, when you're speaking to God and you're listening to what He has to say, and He says something that kind of doesn't really fit with your mental model of what's going on, you kind of turn around and say, look, God, we've got to cross the line. I'm going to have to call you back because clearly somebody else is on the line and you're talking to somebody else and I'm just getting somebody else's instructions here.